Hi, yesterday I made a little video, 2 minutes long, silent for DJI. Basically what had happened was I'd received my Action 3 and it wouldn't connect to my phone. So when it arrived, I got my camera out and I connected it to the phone, and at first the phone saw it, the camera actually registered with DJI. Then just disconnected and that was the end of it. Now, I spent 6 hours yesterday fooling around with the camera to try and work out what was actually going on, and eventually I got to the basis of the problem, I think. So hopefully this is useful to you. I'm using the Action 3 now, and I'm using a separate microphone that's going into the USB port. This is a little clippy going straight in. Now, I tried for 6 hours to get this thing to connect, and in the end there were two things that you need to check when you get yours. When you get the camera, it's supposed to automatically update the software for you because it's got to match in with the Action 3. Mine did that, but unfortunately something happened because it went to the DJI site, it downloaded the software, but instead of downloading firmware 1.8, it took down, for some reason, 1.7.20. That was the wrong firmware, so that was the first thing there was a problem. I found that in the end, and to get over that, eventually I did download another version from somewhere else, someone on YouTube. That was the wrong version, and again it directed me to the DJI site, but this time for some reason it downloaded the correct version. So that was the first problem. The second problem was the frequency of the wireless connection. There are two frequencies, 5.8 gig and 2.4. They come automatically set at 5.8. I suppose for most modern phones or whatever that's going to work. It didn't work for mine, or it worked sporadically. So I changed it to 2.4 thinking that I had actually changed it. And the way I did it was I pressed 2.4 on the back, reset. Now I thought the reset button was resetting from 5.8 to 2.4, and then it took you straight back to the screen again. In fact, that reset button doesn't do that at all. It takes it straight back to 5.8. So although I now had the correct version of Mimo, it still wouldn't connect because I was using 5.8 gigahertz without knowing it, of course. Eventually I found out by accidentally sort of looking, because basically I went into it, pressed reset and saw, oh, 5.8, it's gone back. Put it back to 2.4, reset, oh, it's gone back to 5. Then I didn't press the reset. In fact, the reset is a reset button and it takes it to 5.8. So if you need to change to 2.4, just press 2.4 and go back, and that's it. Done. Don't press anything else because it'll revert back to 5.8. As soon as I got it to 2.4, it worked, and that's it. I was in. And instead of getting that screen that you get at the start when you buy the Action 3 that says you've got to update the firmware, I got rid of that and the firmware actually did update. I have to say that DJI were absolutely fantastic yesterday. I was on a chat line to them for most of the afternoon, coming back and going forwards and doing this, doing that, and they were suggesting all kinds of things, and they were really, really helpful. After all of the afternoon, basically, when they decided that this problem couldn't easily be fixed, they set up a ticket and they were going to give me further support later on via email. But what happened was, during that time, in the evening, I opened the thing up and started looking at it and found these two things, that accidentally I had been using the wrong version of Mimo without even knowing, and secondly, this wireless frequency. So if you're getting an Action 3, check the version of the Mimo app that you have. You need 1.8 for this to work, and you may have to change the frequency for the wireless to 2.4. Once you do that, it seems to connect okay, but I have seen that there are people who have had problems in the past with the 2. My 2 went straight in and it was fine, but other people have had problems with Mimo, and that could possibly be the basis of what's going on. Wrong version, wrong frequency, and the two combined are lethal. What compounded the problem for me was I was trying to set it up on both my iPad and my phone, and my iPad actually had the right version but the wrong frequency. My phone had the wrong version and the wrong frequency. Once sorted, off it went as if nothing was wrong. And this is the DJI Action 3 working now fully on automatic on a very grey day with a little clippy microphone plugged straight into it. It's a great camera, to be honest. I think it's really, really good. Hope to see you next time. Cheers for now.